Sarva Saubhagyadayaka Chakraswamini, Sampradaya Yogini. Now 10 triangles. Sarva Siddhi Prade, Sarva Sampat Prade, Sarva Priyankari, Sarva Mangalakarini, Sarva Kama Prade, Sarva Dukha Vimochani, Sarva Mrityu Prashamani, Sarva Vigna Nivarini, Sarva Angasundari, Sarva Saubhagyadayini, Sarva Artha Sadhaka Chakraswamini, Kulottirna Yogini, Sarvajne, Sarva Shakte, Sarva Isvarya Pradayini, Sarva Jnanamayi, Sarva Vyadhi Vinashini, Sarva Adhara Swarupe, Sarva Papahare, Sarva Anandamayi, Sarva Raksha Swarup, Sarva Raksha Swarupini, Sarve Psita Palaprade, Sarva Raksha Karachakra Swamini, Nigarbha Yogini, Vashini, Kameshwari, Modini, Vimale, Aruni, Jaini, Sarveshwari, Kaulini, Sarvarogahara Chakraswamini, Rahasya Yogini, Banini, Chapini, Pashini, Ankushini, Mahakameshwari, Mahavajreshwari, Mahabhagamalini, Sarva Siddhi Prada Chakraswamini, Atirahasya Yogini, Sri Sri Mahabhattarike, Sarva Anandamai Chakraswamini, Parapara Rahasya Yogini, Tripure, Tripuresi, Tripura Sundari, Tripura Vasini, Tripura Sri, Tripura Malini, Tripura Siddhe, Tripuramba, Maha Tripura Sundari, Maha Maheswari, Maha Maharagni, Maha Mahashakte, Maha Mahagupte, Maha Mahagnapte, Maha Mahanande, Maha Mahaskande, Maha Mahashaye, Maha Mahasri Chakra Nagara Samragni, Namaste, 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 Namaha. So we did only the Avaranas and the Avarana Devatas. So that way you will be very much familiar with each Avarana and Devatas. So I'm just recapping. We did the square, that is the first one from outer to in. Second Avarana is 16 petals one. Third Avarana is 8 petals one. Fourth Avarana is now we are entering into triangle. All the triangles one. 14 triangles. That's where we are now. We saw what it means and the significance, what is the Sampradaya, Yogini, all that we saw, and now we are going to go through the 14 Devatas, what they do for our sadhana. Remember, I already mentioned first, second, third Avaranas are for external sadhana. See, sadhana is always two types. One is Bahiranga sadhana, means external. Second is Antaranga sadhana, means internal. Bahiranga sadhana means outward, we do puja, worship, japa, and holding a mala, or homam. All those are called Bahiranga sadhana. Outward, people will also see everything is outside. We arrange everything we do outside. 1, 2, 3 avaranas are for that. Purification, personality development. And now Antaranga sadhana means we are really going into this Sri Chakram, going near to the mother. So Antaranga means inside. Outside equipments are dravya, materials are not needed. This is deeper. That is why even Shankaracharya has written Shivamanasa Puja. Internal, everything we are doing, offering Ratna Simhasanam, Ratnai Kalpitam Asanam, like always, we cannot do diamond studded with all the pearls, rubies, germs, all those we cannot do outside. So, but inside we can do. See how beautiful it is. We can offer anything beautifully, all the sandalwood, real one, nice gold haras, gold garlands, everything, whatever we want, we can, no limit. That is called Manasika Puja. That is called Antaranga Puja. Now, that's what, this is internal sadhana. So, this is cleanse the our subtle body. Subtle body cleansing is very, very important. So this avarana is at our nabhi, at the navel. We already mentioned that. And we have to visualize that 14 triangles are there, and each avarana, These devatas are sitting each triangle. What are the devatas? We'll just go through the devatas in this triangle, that 14 triangles. That one is Sarva Sankshobhini, Sarva Vidravini, Sarva Akarshini, Sarva Hladini, Sarva Sammohini, Sarva Stambhini, Sarva Jrumbhini, Sarva Vashankari, Sarva Ranjani, Sarvonmadini, Sarvartha Sadhike, Sarva Sampatti Purani, Sarva Mantramayi, Sarva Dvandva Kshayankari, Sarva Saubhagyadayaka Chakraswamini, Sampradaya Yogini. So we have to visualize, imagine, feel at the Nabhi, navel, all of them are sitting in each triangle and then protecting us, pushing us forward in our sadhana. So now this is at our Anahata Chakram. We are doing the Nada Bindu Aikyata also. This is at our Anahata Chakram, means wherever I say I, that's what is the heart center. That is what this one is. Nabhi we finished. I'm sorry. This is the, I was telling Nabhi. I'm sorry about it. This is the Hrudaya Sthanam. These 14 triangles are at the heart center. Nabhi we finished. And now we are at the heart center. This is called Anahata Chakram. With the Shat Chakras, this is Anahata Chakram. And before we proceed, I know it is an elaborate topic. We are not doing elaborately. I'm just giving you the names. One Amma asked, can you give the devatas on the Shat Chakras? So that is what I'm going to give you. First one is Mooladhara. That is what Ganapati, presiding deity is Ganapati. Second one is Swadhisthana Chakram. Swadhisthana is for Brahma Deva, Brahmaji, the creator, not the Brahman. Brahman in Vedantin is all pervaded, that is the self, that is Supreme God. But here Brahmaji means he is the creator. There is a difference. We need to know that, but I'm not going in that. Otherwise, we'll keep on going in this one. This is Brahmaji, the creator, Swadhisthana Chakram. Then again, navel Manipura Chakram, Vishnu Bhagavan. And then Anahata Chakram, that is what we are doing now. This is Rudra Bhagavan, Rudra. And then next one is Agnya Chakram, Vishuddhi Chakram. Vishuddhi Chakram is our throat center. That is where Maheshwara. Shiva turned into 3 powers. One is Rudra, one is Maheshwara at the Vishuddhi, where the throat, and then Agnya Chakra between our eyebrows, that is Sadashiva. So Rudra, Maheshwara, Sadashiva, these 3 representation of Shiva. So 3 parts, 3 sections. This is the speciality about Sri Vidya. But this is a nice section, but I'm not going in elaboration. Like I said, these 3 are for Shiva. Rudra at Anahata, that is what we are doing now. And Vishuddhi at the throat section, Maheshwara between eyebrows is Agnya Chakra, that is where Sadashiva. So that is about Shat Chakras. And now we are entering to Devi, Devatas in the Sri Chakram. First one is Sarva Sankshobhini. Sankshobham means what? Going up and down, going disturbances, up and down, Sankshobham. See, I will give you one example. As soon as we sit in the meditation, sit for meditation, what happens? First thing is our negativities come out. We don't concentrate. That is why the preparation is necessary. That is why asana, pranayama, all those are necessary for us to calm down. All whatever we have, the negativities come out. That is why in Bhagavatam, story form they were telling Kshira Sagara Mathanam. When they were churning that nectar ocean, what happened? So many came up. Dhanvantari came and Lakshmi ji came and the Airavatam, so many, including that the poison also came. That means negativities also come. Negativities has to come out. That is why the Sankshobhana means that negativity Shivaji took Shiva Bhagavan and kept it on his throat. That is why we call him Neelakantha. Nila means blue, Kanta means throat. That is why we call him Nilakanta after that. So all the disturbances, this mother will take it out before, whenever we sit in the meditation, and brings in the positive to concentrate on her. This mother will help. Everything is Lalita Parabhattarika, but each God has specific purpose. So that is what we are seeing. Because for our visualization, they are sitting in our heart and helping us. So all the disturbances are gone. That means we are progressing. We are going from earthly, concentrating on earthly means the bodily vasanas, tendencies, samskaras, moving away from us. And now we are concentrating. Now we are evolving like that. Like people have emotions, people have mind. They go through lot of turbulences that we see. When people will see only on earthly field, the only body, that is where the cruelty comes. They don't see other people suffering. That is why all these, rapists, all those, they don't even have the feelings. All they see is kama vancha, and then they see only body. So now we are evolving. We see everybody has emotions. So we want to connect to the emotions. This lady, Devata will help us. So then all those disturbances will be gone and become sattvic. From tamasic to rajasic, rajasic to sattvic. Now everything will become sattvic. So that is what Sarva Sanshobhini does. And then now Sarva Vidravini. Vidravini means become like a melt, because we are not seeing the other people as body. We are not paying attention to their body, how good they are looking, or external, or how many buildings they have, how much bank balance they have. It's not the quantity. Now we are seeing the quality of that person, because that is what sattva means, purity, how noble they are, how helpful they are. We are paying attention. No more negativities. Wow, that person is such a nice person. That is how we talk. Because remember, this is where heart center has love, that prema. So that is coming out now. That is what the Sarva Vidravini, like a flow. Dravam means liquid. That is coming out like a flow. We attract towards pure people, noble people, satkarma people. And God also helps. We get attracted to them and all the satsangs. So that is called, means melt away. We hear satsang, katha shravanam, satkatha shravanam. All those, our heart melts away, and then tears starts coming out, and then we with joy feel their suffering is our suffering. Like that we make the connection through subtle body. So that is what Sarva Vidravini means. We become like a water flow. That is why we offer Tarpanam to the Surya Bhagavan, by offering ourselves. Make me like a water flow, make the connection. And then now, from now onwards, after Paurnima, we offer the Surya Tarpana, Pitru Tarpana. Why? We are remembering, they are called Mahalaya Paksham, up to Amavasya. This is Bhadrapada Masam. This is what we do, because Sampradaya Yogini, we need to follow our Sampradaya rituals, our whatever our ancestors gave us, because that is what we offer to our Pitru Devata, means ancestors, because they want us to progeny, they want to see our children, grandchildren, so they bless us. That is why we remember. That is why we say Pitru Tarpanam, means for offering to our, Tarpanam means offering for our ancestors. All the parents, not the parents are, if they are not alive, parents, grandparents, and great grandparents. So we remember them. So that is what Vidravanam means, melting. we are losing our identity, melting away in that Katha Sravanam. Very important. This Vidravanam is, we use the word, my heart melts away. So this is what it means, melting. And then Sarva Karshini, when we melt, when we see the happiness in others' joys, other comforts, what happens? They also attract to us. We also attract to them. When we feel jealousy, we are blocking that water flow, that dravanam to flow. When we feel negativities, we are blocking. All the blocks are gone away. We are rejoicing with other people. That is why Sarva Karshini, then they are also attract towards us. We also attract towards them. So that is why even looking at the beautiful Devi Devatas, we go to temple, why? Sarvakarshini Devata is pushing. We get attracted to seeing that Murti, that 6 feet Balaji, nicely decorated. We get attracted. That is why we go to temples. They pull us. That is why Krishna means, Krishna means Akarshana, means pull us. He pulls us. So that's why a mother is Gopri Govinda Rupini. That is why mother is also nothing but Govinda Rupini. That's why we say Narayani. That is a male Narayana, female Narayani, pulls us. So Prema Bhavana means love is increasing. So Sarva Karshini. So those Upadhis means body, mind, intellect. That separation, that bodily differences are gone. We need to, before we are building blocks, those blocks are melting away. They are all connected, all these devatas. I'm just giving you the explanation, that's all. Think like all of them are like building blocks. Then we make a nice garland, nice building for ourselves, like a temple for ourselves. All these are all blocks. And then Sarvopadhi Vinirmukta, all those upadhis are gone now. And then what is Sarvahladini? Ahladam means happiness, rejoice. Out of contentment only this comes. When I am fulfilled, when I am full, then only I feel the joyous happiness for other people. When I am lacking something, then I cannot happily participate in other people's wealth or health or their progress or their name and fame. Because I am lacking, I want those. Then I won't be able to celebrate. But when I am full, Nitya Trupta, when I am feel fulfilled, only I can celebrate with other people, other people's lives. In my life and other people's life, that contentment gives us the joy, happiness. That is what Ahladam. That is why we celebrate Utsavas. See, that is why we celebrate all these Diwali with the family, friends. Why? To say life is a celebration. Be like a Utsaham, Vullasam, Sadhakas characteristics. They never frown their faces, always smiling, always happily sharing everything, giving good words. So that is what Sarva Hladini. See, Ahladam is also 4 types. Priya, Moda, Pramoda, Ahladam. I will give you an example here. Priya means whenever, let us say my child is coming home. Okay, I booked my ticket. I'm coming home. That is Priya. You are happy. And then Priya, Moda. Okay, I came to the airport, mommy, and I'm entering into the flight. That is Moda. Pramoda. Okay, I landed in Dallas. I'm at this airport. I'm on my way to come home. That is Pramoda. Happiness is increasing. Then ding ding, doorbell rang. Then open the door, you see the child. That is ahladam. We are rejoicing. See the person or happiness flows. When we see the Devi Devatas, everybody, this is how we should feel. Happiness, rejoice with full 100%. So this is what Sarva Hladini. And Sarva Sammohini. When we feel happy, what happens is Sammohanam. We forget ourselves. This is what example is Radha Devi and Gopikas. Gopikas forgot about themselves. That Tadatmam identity is lost. Sarva Sammohini. That individuality is gone. This is called Paravasham. They Maimaripchipovatam. Like they forgot about. Identity is lost. Moham is gone. Delusion is gone. So this is dynamic. This is, and then you lose everything. Identification is lost. Like that, when they saw Gopikas and Radhaji, they lost themselves. Seeing Krishna, hearing that Murali, that flute, they lost themselves. So that is called Sarva Sammohanam. This is up to, from here, Vashikarana Mantram means we are, that's why we are really surrendered. We are, our identification is gone in mother. See, we are progressing. Each one is helping us to progress. And Sarva Stambhini. Stambhini means Sarva means all. That Sarva is following in all of them. All. A-L-L, all. Sarva Stambhini means stop. We stop everything in that. Mind stops. Isn't it that's what we want? We are immersed in this Katha Shravanam, in this internal sadhana. I'm feeling, I'm visualizing, I'm bhavana. That is called bhavana. That devatas are protecting me. That love is flowing. I'm losing my identification. My ego is melting. Then everything is Stambhini means stops. All the other thoughts are stopping. So that is called this is called reactionless state. Before I was reacting, action, reaction. Everything bubbling with negativities, anger coming. All those. Now everything stops. A reactionless state. Sarva Stambhini means mind is also calm. Mind is also not wavering. Before Sarva Sankshobhini, mind is going up and down. Here, when it came, mind also became a calm. And then Sarva Jrumbhini. Jrumbhini means expansion. Means, let us give you example. Like a tornado. Now we saw recently in Texas state, in Beaumont and all that, just the wind was blowing with 120 miles per hour. Here, that Anahata Chakra is Vayu Tattva. See, that is why Stambhini, mind goes like a Vayu. Means Chamchalam hi Mana Krishna. Even Arjuna says, mind always going. This is very hard to control. Vayoriva Sudushkaram. Like a wind, it's impossible to control. Here, this chakra is Vayu Tattva. Mind is like that. Jrumbhinim, that Vayu Tattva, that stops and become like expansion. Now in loving way, compassionate, that expansion, that is called Jrumbhini. Means Vyapini Vividhakara. Means expands, mental expansion takes place. This spreads. See, that is what it is. Jrumbhini means spreading with love, with compassion. These are all called Vashikarana Mantram. When we have these qualities, everybody comes to us. This is what Mahatmas have. We can be Mahatmas too. Expansion. And then Sarva Vashankari means everybody attracts. How we attract to mother, that is why we go to Mahatmas. We get attracted towards them because of their mental expansion. And then Vashankari means mother takes ownership on us. We are not the owners now. We are only tenants. Now we are only tenants. Mother takes the ownership. Mother takes over from now onwards. That is what Sarva Vashankari. Then again, Sham, that letter Sham Kari means Sham Karoti iti Shankaraha. Sham means Sukham. When mind is calm, isn't it very happy, very pleasant, very calm, very nice? When mind is disturbed, only all the disturbances. So that is what Sukham we feel. Sarvava Shankari. I am now zero in good way. I don't have anything to own. Everything is mother's only. That will come. I surrendered. Everything mother will lead my life now. Sarva Vashankari. Mother is charge of my life. So then something, before I was thinking I'm something, they are doing a corporate job, or I have this many, I'm something I was feeling. Now I became nothing. In front of mother, I am nothing. See, that is something to nothing. This is what Vashankari means. This mother does that. And then Bhakti Vashya. When we have devotion, Lalita Sahasranamam, one namam name, Bhakti Vashya means with bhakti, with devotion, I become their servant. That is what we just celebrated Onam. That is what Bali Chakravarti happened. Example I am giving. This Katha comes in Bhagavatam. That is why Bali is a great king. Vamana Chakravarti came. That devotion, he gave away everything, that king. And then Vamana Bhagavan felt so happy. He said, I'm going to be your servant. Vishnu Bhagavan became his servant in Patala Loka. See, Bhakti Vashya. Why? Because that bhakti, the devotion, mother will become their servant. Even Panduranga. What happened? Vitthal Bhagavan came as a servant. He stood there and became like a rock. That is what happened. Waiting. All these are all nice stories. Bhakti Vashya. This is what the Vashankari, mother takes charge of our life. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. Whatever we need to acquire, whatever we have, mother will protect, take charge of everything. And then Sarva Ranjani. Means with that we are becoming, happiness is flowing, going deeper in our sadhana and becoming, this is all going in through layers of happiness we are feeling. Sarva Ranjani means Anandam means happiness. Even before in radio, I'm giving you one simple example. Mano Ranjani, remember? Jana Ranjani means all those songs, beautiful songs they used to play. Why people feel happy listening to those old songs. See, that is what Ranjani means. Make us more happy, more blissful. That is what Sarva Ranjani. Again, I want to give you another meaning. Rakaram, representation of fire. Ram Bijam. Ja means born. That is why Ranjani means she's the building the creative force in us. Creativity develops. Become like see, Kalidasa worshipping mother, Shyamala Devi, mother. He wrote Shyamala Dandakam. Kalidasa, big poet. And then now Valmiki Maharshi, Sitaya's Charitam Mahat. Ramayanam, nothing but Sitaya, mother story only. Mother's Charitam, how mother conducted herself, about Sitaji. And then even Tulsidas, Tulasidas also prayed to mother. That is how he wrote Ramacharita He himself wrote that. If you look in Ramacharita he wrote that shloka before starting Bhavani Shankarau Vande Shraddha Viswasarupinau Yabhyam Vina Napashyan Shraddha Vishwasarupinau Yabhyam Vina Napashyanti Siddhaha Swantastamishwaram. That is how he wrote. Who are they? Bhavani Shankarau. Bhavani means this goddess, Lalita Parabhattarika. Shankarau means Lord Shiva. That is why they are always together. Who are they? Shraddha Viswasa Rupinau. Shraddha means faith. Vishwasam means that faith is like a firm faith. So that is because of them I am able to write this Ramacharita Manas. He also prayed this mother, that Bhavani. That is how he was able to write. That is what Sarva Ranjani. We are seeing that Rakaram means Ranjani means fire and creativity. Ram is always Jnanam. Fire means knowledge. That creativity come in us. Within us, built us. We write poetry. We write nice stories. We tell nice stories. Why? Because of this mother, Sarva Ranjani. Then 10th one is Sarvonmadini. Means Sarva Unmadini. Unmadini means we have a wrong concept. We think Unmadam means terrorist or Unmada Sthiti. We take it as a negative way. Here it's not like that. This is called Yoga Nidra. Means even when ant moves and makes a sound, they get up. Yoga Nidra. This is what happened to Vishnu Bhagavan. After fighting with so many Rakshasas, he went to Yoga Nidra. And then anyway, that is a long story. That is Yoga Nidra. This is what Unmada means. They are not sleeping or they are not awake. Like a Samadhi, mind is calm. Sometimes we go through this too. This is they called napping. I'm just giving you examples so that way you can connect. You are not really sleeping, just a nap that makes you charged up. Yoga Nidra. That is what it is. Sarvon Madini means Mahatmas stay like this. That's why they don't need to sleep 8 hours or 7 hours. All they need is 3 hours sleep is enough. They are all charged up. That is called Unmada Sthiti. That is why even Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, wherever we are sleeping, they stay awake. Wherever we are sleeping, they are awake. Wherever we are awake, they are sleeping. Means what? Wherever we are sleeping means we are sleeping in Bhagavad Katha. We are sleeping not awakened. We are sleeping in Lord's Puja, Bhagavad Mahatmas or Satsang. There they are awakened. There they stay awake. And then wherever we are awake means we are awake to the world. We are always, interested in listening to a lot of, gossips or masala, whatever it is. There they are sleeping. They are not interested in worldly things. So that is what Yoga Nidra. They are always connected to the Bhagavan. That is what Sarvon Madini, Unmatta Sthiti. This is the highest stage. And then now we are going to 11th one, Sarvartha Sadhike. I hope I'm not, you are all grasping. I don't want you to feel I'm rushing, because I want to kind of close it up also. This, this Khadgamala also coming to closer, that's what I'm just giving you enough information, but not too much. Sarvartha Sadhake. Remember that Sarva is following everything. Artha Sadhake. Artha means what? Prayojanam. Whatever is beneficial to us. That's why we have to say, what is it? As a human being, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, four are acquired. That is called our human being purpose is served. As a human being, our purpose is served. To achieve all of them together, that is called purpose is served. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Chaturvidha Purushartha, they are called. That is why Lalita Sahasranamam also Purushartha Prada. That is why it Artha. Purusha Artha Prada. Purusha means female and male. It's called Purusha, human being. That is why Ardha Prayojanam. That is what Sarvartha Sadhike. When we achieve all those, we are in the path now. We are in the process for moksha. Dharma. See, that is why Dharma, moksha. In between Artha and Kama. That is why whatever we need to have family, money, acquire business or a job, whatever. We need to do that. And then Kama, desires are there too. We need to fulfill them too. But those two have to combine with Dharmam, righteousness. Then we follow towards the moksha, towards liberation. See how beautiful it is. Arthakama, whatever we need to acquire, we need to acquire. There is nothing wrong in having kama desires. We are all human beings after all. But dharmam, we have to have dharma in our life. Prayojanam, we need to acquire everything. We need a house to stay, we need clothes to wear, we need some money to spend, we need to raise our children, we need money. No problem, but it has to always tie up with dharma, righteousness. Then we go in towards moksha. That path itself takes us to moksha, liberation. That is why we say Jaya Hanumana Jnana Gunasagara. There, Jaya means what? All these dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Jaya means we think success. Success is only when we become a trophy. That is outward. But this is inner we are going. That is why we are praying, Hanumanji. Give us all these four, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. That is what Jaya. Even Bhagavatam also, tato Jaya mudirayet. That Jaya means all four. Then only I will have fulfilled life and my purpose is served. I develop wholesome thinking because it is becoming whole now. Before it was whole, H-O-L-E. Everything is going away. Now everything is staying. That is whole, W-H-O-L-E. That is why I live nicely. That is what Sarvartha Sadhike. Now, Sarva Sampatti Purani. See how all of them are helping one another. These triangles, all these devatas for our moksha, for our purpose, liberation. Now, Sarva Sampatti Purani, when I am going towards that direction, liberation, that is called Sampatti. Usually, Sampatti means we always think like Dhanam, money. But here, Sampatti means that Aishwaryam, Trupti, Anandam, all those whatever wish, Ahladam, happiness, joy, all the put together is Sampatti. That is why in a sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, four of them are there because you are all Vedantic students. That is why I want to bring up this point. What do we say? Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, four are there. Vivekam, discrimination, dispassion, vairagya, vivekam, vairagya, dispassion. Then third one is shat sampatti, means shat means six, sampatti means wealth. We all need that six wealth, not 6 crores, six sampatti. What it is? Shama, dama, samadha, shama, dama, titiksha, uparati, shraddha, samadhana. They are all called six of them. means mental quietude, sense organs, all those eyes, they should be under our control. We should be take inward. This is what antaranga sadhana. They should turn inward. Then titiksha means forbearance, means hold a, just not like behaving like tit for tat. Hold off, hold, yeah, sufferings, hold it, not cursing anybody, not hating anybody. All that is called titiksha. Shraddha means I have to have faith in myself. I can achieve all this. That is very important. And then have faith in Shastras. They are helping me. This Khadgamala is helping me to progress. And then Gurus. Who a Guru is explaining all this. That is called Guru. Guru Parampara. Even if we don't have Guru Parampara, they are explaining all the Shastras. That is what we have to have faith in them. They are benefiting us. That is called Sampatti. That is why Shat Sampatti. The last one is Mumukshutvam, liberation. That is called Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. So fourfold qualification. So this is what Chatushtayam. So this is what Sampatti means. That is why Ashtaishwaryam, Aishwarya, having good family is also Sampatti. Having good health, that is also Sampatti, Aishwaryam. Good family, good friends. We need friends also. Family has one purpose, friends have one purpose too. Sometimes we may not share with family, but close friends we share. We all experience that. Having a good friends are also very important. They take us, they uplift us. Sometimes when we don't listen to our parents, but we listen to our friends. They, whatever they say, wow, that stuck in our head. See, and all these are all important. They are all called Sampatti, Aishwarya. Of course, wealth is, of course, we are Dhanamulamidam Jagat. Money is required for anything. Even gods need money. To temple sustenance, they need any organization, any ashramas. The Dhanamulamidam Jagat. Of course, money is needed. That is all called Sampatti. Then 13th one, Sarva Mantramayi. Mantram. If all the mantras is mother. Shiva mantra, Vishnu mantra, there are so many. We don't need to do all of them, each one separately. When we do mother's this Khadgamala, that is enough. All mantra, as though all the mantras are chanted. Gayatri mantra is a mother's mantra. See how powerful it is, how great it is. So all the mantra, Shiva mantra, Vishnu mantra, Ganapati mantra, and Subramanya mantra, all they, all are mother's mantra. Sarva Mantramayi. See how simple it is. We don't need to do thousand. Some people ask, do we need to chant all of them? No, with faith, with Shraddha, if we do Khadgamala, that is enough. Making the connection to the universe. We already said 14 worlds. And then 14 worlds are helping us. And then in us, we saw where it is in our heart. So this 14 triangles, all the mantras. What is mantra means? I will give you the etymology. Mananat trayate iti mantraha. Means whoever, Mananat means whoever reflect on that mantra or whoever chants that mantra. Trayate means protects. That mantra protects them. That sadhaka, that individual person, that jiva is protected by that mantra. So Sarva Mantramayi, Mananat Trayate iti mantraha. Whoever chants that mantra, they are protected from all over, everywhere. 14 worlds are protecting them. What else we want? See, that is what Sarva Mantramayi. When we do all that put together, what happens? The final one, Sarva Dvandva Kshayankari. Dvandva means pairs of opposites. Kshayankari means dissolves. They disappear. Dvandva means pairs of opposites. What are those? Sukham, dukkham, labham, alabham, profit, and then not having profit. Sukham means having pleasure, and then dukkha means sorrow. Sukham, dukkham, they are all pairs of opposites. Labham, alabham, and then sukham, dukkham, labham, alabham, jayam, apajayam, victory and not having victory. All those are all pairs of opposites. We live in this world means full of pairs of opposites. See, this is antarmukham, means we need to dissolve. Vidravanam, they have to melt away all those pairs of opposites. Whatever comes to my life, everything is mother. Remember, mother took the in charge. Mother is the owner. So dvandva, dualities are gone. So let me give you one thing. Sukham, dukkham. When does it come? With the family. See, bhavana, this chakram is bhavana. This anahata chakram means hrudayam, has bhavana, emotions. When do we feel that sukham, dukkham? With our family, loved ones only, we feel that sukham, dukkham. Wherever there is love, there is sorrow. Isn't it true? Whenever we have hatred or whenever we don't like that person, we don't feel that emotions. We are okay with it. Wherever we are staying in Dallas, if something happens, we feel sukham, dukkham. If Russia or some other country, we don't feel that much. See how interesting it is when we analyze sukham, dukkham. That's where we feel that within our family. We feel joy when we say, when our own children, when they criticize or say something, we feel kind of, we forget. As a mother, we forget. Same way, mother also forget. Universal mother. But we feel that a little bit, pain or sorrow. See, when they align with us, we feel sukham. This is one point. With the family only, loved ones only, we feel that. And second point I want to give you, because these words come a lot. Very interesting. Come means what? Space. Come means space. One is sukham, another means dukkham. Space is common in both. Su means good, du means bad. Su means happy, du means sorrow. That space is common, that our heart space is common. What are we doing? We becoming emotionally, we becoming making so that whatever are the surroundings, whatever are the situations, with the family, we are making so or do. Come is common. It's up to us. That is the sadhana. See how interesting it is? I hope you got the point. Very nice. This is up to us. This mother will help us to take out the duality. Everything becomes everything is common. Everything becomes that joyous. That is why Dahara Kasham we say. Everything is Ananda only. That Dvandva is gone with the family. That pairs, the duality is gone, broke that duality is gone. And then now labham, alabham, jaya, apajayam. We'll analyze this one too. Where do we see victory and loss? When we are competing with others, or when we are in competition, like when I am running race we call. And when I am running towards outside, towards world, competing with other people, competition, that is where we feel victory or loss. Jayam, apajayam. See, that is what one way. that duality will be gone. Everything is victory. Everything is a joyous. Getting human birth, listening to this Khadgamala is a victory itself. I don't need another victory. See how it is? And then now the Sukham Dukkham we saw, Jayam Apajayam we saw, and then Labha Alabham means profit loss. Profit means in business or at the promotion at the workplace. When I achieve something, I feel that I won something. Labham, with the money transactions, we see that. See that profit and loss. When there is involvement with the business or any external, but here what it is, everything is fulfilled. I'm living trupti, contented life. Then I don't see any profit or loss. I mean, labha or alabham. I don't see that because I am satisfied inside. When I am not satisfied, I go towards this. See, I am satisfied. Mother is took the ownership. Everything is a profit for me. The duality is gone. Isn't it true? We feel that I will give you an example. Let us say if we miss the flight, that moment we say, wow, I missed the flight. We might be getting angry and all that. Let us say next day paper, we see the flight collapsed, plane air crash. How do we feel? See, living itself is a profit. See, that is what, the duality will be gone. Everything is a profit. Everything is contentment. Everything is ahladam. Everything is happiness. That is called dvandva kshayankari. That is why we feel the samatvam. And like I told you, I thought I will go to the next one too, but it looks like there are very, very important points. I just had to cover them. So now this is what Vayu we said, right? Then sparsha tanmatra. We have shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa tanmatra. This is sparsha tanmatra. That is why we feel sparsha tanmatra. Touched by others' feelings, touched by other people's love, touched by mother. That is what it is. Sparsha tanmatra. That is why this is where the love is, the surrender is. Then our voice will change. The way we speak also will change. We bring the mrudutvam, softness into our life. How do we deal with the life? With everybody, with objects, with people, with surroundings. Everywhere we become gentle. We become gentle. I will give you an example here. See, whenever Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, whenever devotees come, when I write, they tear the paper. See, I don't want to really use that, but when you hear paper, but I just want to see, when you tear a paper, see that what happens? That sound comes, tearing a paper. Even that sounding, that sound will really, he used to feel sorrow. He used to feel suffocated. Like that he become gentle. You cannot take any suffering, anything. Become so soft. That touch. So this is what it is called. Whole thing is, this avarana becomes that. That is all called Sampradaya Yogini, will help us to push towards the next one. So next one is what? Now we are going into fifth avarana. We are going to enter today, but elaboration we will see next week. Now from fourth to now we are entering to fifth. We are going towards mother. Now I will show you the picture, so that way you know we are entering into the 10 triangles. 10 triangles in my book, they are like blue. If you count them later, there are 10 triangles. See, there are 10 triangles, two of them. But now we are seeing the outer one, means away from the bindu. That is 10 triangles. That triangle is called Sarvartha Sadhaka Chakram. 10 triangles. One is fifth one, that is called Sarvartha Sadhaka Chakram. And then Kulotirna Yogini. Yogini name is Kulotirna Yogini. Sarvartha Sadhakam means everything, whatever we wish, even we don't think about it, everything is get fulfilled in our life. Mother will take care of it. There are 10 devatas. 10 of them are, now we are progressing from feet to up. Our goal is to go to Sahasrara. Now we are coming upward. Now the 10 triangle is at the Vishuddhi Chakram. I'm talking about Shat Chakra, Vishuddhi Chakra, throat, at our throat. That is called Sarvartha Sadhaka Chakram. This is the fifth one at our throat. So, Kulotirna Yogini. Vishuddhi means this is the space. Now, if you look at the Tanmatras, this is elements, this is the space element. And this is what this Shabda Tanmatra, that is how the voice comes out through throat. That is what you are all hearing. That is what you are all, whatever I speak, or if you speak, I hear. This is where that Aikyata. Kulotirna Yogini, Kula Uttirna Yogini means whoever is, two meanings I will take up. One meaning is Kula means our Vamsha or lineage. In that, mother somebody make yogi. Means yogi means Mahatmas. See, you hear that, right? In our grandfather was a great Mahatma, or some people, even our Bodhatmananja, his grandfather used to say, our teacher, our guru, because of that, all that lineage, Bodhatmananji became took sannyasa. See that everybody helps. Lineage will help. That is what Kulotirna Yogini. That nahi kalyana krut kaschit durgatim tata gachati. Sri Krishna says, whoever does good work, nice things, they will never perish. So that is what become. One of them will become yogi. They will be means noble person, charitable person. People will remember. Kulotirna Yogini will help in that way. So now I gave you the Aikyata, Nada Bindu Aikyata, and then element, 5 elements I gave you, and then Chakra, Vishuddhi Chakram, and then Shabda Tanmatra means that Shabda means a sound. So that also I gave. Yogini also I mentioned. And now that Devatas, we will see it next week. And then this is the 10 triangle one. Okay. So I'm going to conclude here. So that way we will take up, and then hopefully we'll go to the another triangle one too next week. Okay. I will conclude here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Harihi Om, everybody.
Shamla Garu, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Shamlaji. Hari Om.